So old news here, but wired earbuds are clearly not great for working out, right? Having the wire bouncing around and pulling in your ears, like, it's just not comfortable, it's not ideal, nobody likes to do that. So when it comes to wireless earbuds, which one is actually the best pair for working out? We know right now that wireless earbuds are kind of trying to be the best at everything. They're trying to have great microphones, great battery life, great sound, but which ones are actually the best when you're just looking at working out, right? If you're a long runner, you're outside, you're in a gym, whatever it might be, you're looking for versatile workouts that are good at a couple specific things. And so in this video, I'm gonna talk about my top 5 picks for the best wireless earbuds when it comes to working out. Now, the things that we're really focusing on here, of course, the number one, without a doubt, has to be fit and comfort. We really need something that's going to stay in your ears no matter what you're doing. The second thing is we really want to focus on pairs of earbuds that have great controls, very accessible, and I'm going to talk about exactly what we're looking for in a second. But thirdly, you want kind of a specific sound profile. Now, everyone's different, but in general, a little bit more bass, a little bit more energy helps me at least with my workouts. And of course, the last one is going to be the water resistance rating. Being outside, running, it might be raining, you might be sweaty, they might be moving around, fall out in a puddle. You don't know what's going to happen. So those are the 4 things that we really want to look at in this video. Now, speaking of sound quality, I want to give a shout out to Tidal for sponsoring this video. We'll talk more about them a little bit later. And so starting off with my number 5 pick for the 5th best pair of earbuds when it comes to working out is none other than the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. Now, these have been winning a lot of awards on many different accounts out there. People absolutely love these earbuds, mainly because they're giving you a lot of incredible value as a relatively premium pair of earbuds at a substantially lower price than the competition. In fact, right now at the time of filming this video, they're on sale. Instead of the normal $170, which is already cheap, they're $90. And with that, you're getting some of the best sound quality out there. They're incredibly comfortable. They're very customizable. So remember we said we care a lot about the fit. Well, these are incredibly easy to customize. Not only do we have a ton of different ear tips, and we have these little wing tips, again, adjustable, so you can find the perfect fit for your ears. As far as sound quality goes, as I said, that's really why people rave about these. They have active noise cancellation, which is great, but the sound itself has really good clarity and amazing bass as well. So you might ask yourself, why are they not higher than number 5 on this list? Great sound quality, overall pretty solid pair of earbuds. Well, there's really 2 things that hold them back. They're IPX4 water resistant, which is good enough, but the others on this list do have better water resistance ratings, and the touch controls on the outside, while they are great to use in normal conditions, if you're running and it's raining and your hands are wet, or if your hands are just sweaty, touch controls are not always the best with wet fingers. Secondly, if it's really cold out, sometimes touch controls don't work with cold fingers. Or if it's cold out and you're wearing gloves like a normal person, then again, touch controls don't work with gloves. But that brings us into a pair that does have physical buttons, and these are the JAYBIRD VISTA 2. Now, these earbuds have been around for about a year now. They're $150. The physical buttons is a huge part of these, and they really do have one of the most workout-focused designs out there. So they have big wingtips that fit in your ears. There's 3 different sizes, and that makes it so they're going to be very secure. They have physical buttons, so they're very easy to control when you're running. They have a great app that really caters to like working out and trail running and a lot of stuff like that. They have optional active noise cancellation, so if you're in a gym and you want to block out sounds around you, that's awesome. The case is IP54 water resistant, so already the case is better than the earbuds that we just talked about. And the earbuds themselves here, the JAYBIRD VISTA 2 earbuds actually have IP68 water resistance. So that's pretty much the best you're going to find out there. You could do whatever you want to these from dust and water standpoint, and they're not going to take on any kind of damage. The sound profile with these is pretty solid for working out. I generally use bass mode in the app. It's my preference for workouts. You're still getting decent clarity. They could be a little bit more detailed, but again, we're kind of nitpicking there. This is for working out. So they're powerful, they're lively, overall, great sound quality for working out. Now, speaking of audio quality, I want to talk a little bit more about how I actually test the audio quality for earbuds. So the app that I use is the sponsor of today's video, which is Tidal. They reached out and I was very happy to tell you guys about them because it's something that I've always used in the background. Of course, when you're testing earbuds, you need the highest quality audio out there so you can really experience the best that earbuds have to offer. I never want the streaming service to be my limitation. I want the earbuds to be the limitation. And that's exactly what Tidal allows me to do. Unlike a lot of the other streaming services, which I won't tell you exactly which ones they are, but some very popular ones have incredibly low bit rates. So even though a lot of these earbuds have higher bitrate capabilities, they have better codecs out there, Tidal actually allows you to utilize these by giving you higher quality audio in the app. Now the app, like I said, I actually do use it on my iPhone as well as on my Android, which is a Pixel 6 Pro, and it has over 80 million different songs. So for some reason, people think that Tidal only has hip hop. That's kind of like a weird common misconception. They don't, and I test it with many different genres. That's one of the main things I look for when I'm testing, actually, because I know people listen to a lot of different styles of music. So when I'm testing, I try to get country in there, I try to get rap, rock, even classical sometimes, because I'm really looking for different things that each genre kind of brings, that sometimes one genre you can really tell when an earbud's better or worse than the other, that another genre, they kind of sound the same. And even though I have playlists on Tidal, like my headphone testing playlist, for example, I don't know, I get sick of my music all the time. So I'm always looking for new music to add to that playlist, and I love using their different discovery tools. Like for example, My Daily Discovery, you have 7 different My Mix playlists, and of course we have My New Arrivals as well, and on top of that, radio features and all the different things you expect to see from a streaming service. So if you guys are interested in starting Tidal, you can actually go down and use the link in the description below. Thanks again to Tidal for sponsoring this video. Let's get on to the next one on this list. All right, number 3 on this list, I'm gonna bet you did not see this one coming. These are the LINKBUDS S. Now, I love these when they came out, right? They're a great pair for just hanging out, listening to music, watching movies, TV, whatever it is, but they're also really great for working out. Now, the reason for this is because they're incredibly small and incredibly light. Even though they don't have a wingtip, I'm a big wingtip guy. I love when earbuds really stay in my ear. Even though these don't have that, in most situations, they stay in so well just because they're so lightweight. On top of that, they're getting some pretty amazing active noise cancellation. Again, Sony just crushes it with ANC, so that's no surprise at all. And the sound quality with these is also really pretty positive as well. So there's a strong sub bass, which is great for working out. A lot of big energy in there. And in my original review, I mentioned they were a little bit light on like brilliance and sparkle, but that kind of also makes them amazing for workouts. Having that darker, powerful sound at least makes me more energized and willing to work out, especially if I'm in the gym lifting. So now, why are these not higher on the list? Well, they do have touch controls. We talked about why we're not a big fan of those, and the water resistance rating is only IPX4, so it's kind of, again, just mediocre. But why are these not lower on the list? Well, like I said before, I really love the compact size of these. I love the aesthetics of these, and of course, I really like the sound and the ANC that these are able to deliver. So especially if you're doing any kind of gym working out, if you're lifting, these are going to be a fantastic pair. But if you're doing a lot more dynamic workout, I would say that maybe these kind of flip, and the JAYBIRD VISTA 2s might be better than these because, again, they're going to stay in your ear and be a little bit more water resistant. But moving up to number 2 on this list, this one definitely has a wingtip. This is none other than the Beats Fit Pro. Now, these are $200, but they're made by Beats, which gives them, of course, a little bit of clout right there. People do love the aesthetics and the name of Beats. So in the gym, these are going to be more popular, but I don't know. Personally, I'm not a big looks guy, so I don't really care that much about how these look. Really, what I love about these is a fairly unique design. How the wingtip is just one size. It's very, very flexible. It fits my ears perfectly. And on the inside, it's a lot like the AirPods Pro. So people love the AirPods Pro. People work out with them. Personally, for me, they kind of slip out, or at least the left one slips out of my ear. They have an IPX4 water resistance rating. That was so surprising for me. I don't know why Beats didn't make them better for that, because these are clearly catered to working out. They have physical buttons on the outside. Again, perfect for working out. If you're wearing gloves, if your hands are wet, the physical button is so useful. And a lot like the AirPods Pro, these have a pretty good sound profile. These actually have a little bit more of a powerful boomy bass than the AirPods Pro. It could be a slightly tighter bass, but it still is really giving you a great sound profile. So I don't know how else to say it. These are basically AirPods Pros, but with better bass, a better fit, USB Type-C, and better Android compatibility. And that brings us to number 1 on this list. Actually, wait, no, not number 1. Before we get to number 1, I want to talk about some honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is for, if literally nothing else on this table fits you, none of these other earbuds are comfortable, the Ultimate Ears Fits, I guarantee they will be comfortable. If you have an unusual ear shape, these work because they're literally formed to your ears. When you get them, it's kind of like a moldable jelly. You put it in your ear, you start it in the app, it turns on a purple UV light, does this weird little sequence, and all of a sudden, it's solidified and it is molded to your ear. So other people can't borrow them necessarily, but it's going to be a perfect fit for you, very comfortable and very, very secure. Another option, if you're a little bit more on a budget, the Galaxy Buds Plus. Samsung crushed it a couple years ago. They have not had wingtips since, and these are still so light and so comfortable with that wingtip. I love having them when I work out. And maybe I'll throw in a third honorable mention. The Master and Dynamic MW08 Sports have some pretty incredible bass. So if you're a big bass head, maybe spend the money and check those out. And that brings us to number 1 on this list, which is a tie kind of between two earbuds from JABRA. Now, the JABRA Elite 7 Active and the JABRA Elite 4 Active are both incredible earbuds for working out. Of course, the 7s are technically better at $180 than the 4s at $120, but I would argue if your only focus is working out, the JABRA Elite 4s really do have a lot of value and kind of very few differences between them. So just talking about either one of them, there's a similar fit to one of my all-time favorite pairs of earbuds, the JABRA Elite 75Ts. These also both have a physical button, IP57 water resistance and dust resistance. They have great aesthetics with 3 different colors. They fit really well, they're very comfortable, and I know even though I said I really love wingtips, for me personally, these are just the perfect fit. They fit in my ear, they never come out no matter what I'm doing, and so, I don't know, for some people, if you're iffy and you don't know if they're gonna fit, the Beats at number 2 are more likely to fit you with that wingtip, but if these do fit you, because they really go pretty deep in your ear canal, they're going to be a very solid fit. At least for me, they are. Now, the differences between the 7s and the 4s, well, the 7s, besides being more expensive, are a little bit smaller, they have slightly better sound quality, and they have a few extra features like multi-point connection, for example, connecting to a laptop and a phone, which I would assume you're not really going to do in a gym anyway. So with that in mind, I think that a lot of people would be pretty happy with the JABRA Elite 4s, but if money's no object, the 7s are definitely a better pair of earbuds. So those are my picks for the top 5 earbuds for working out. Leave a comment below and let me know which ones you like best. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'm Mike O'Brien, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.